Hello dear investors and traders. Thank you for helping us. All forms of assistance can be found in the description. Now we will look at the main fundamental indicators of the company 5 Below Inc., ticker FI versus E. This review is based on information as of July 17, 2024. By classification Guru.Markets Corporation 5 Below Inc. belongs to the subcategory Retail Prom. 24 companies participate in the assessment. This is quite representative. Let's start with summary information about the company. A little further we will consider each parameter in more detail. If you are interested, you can pause it. You can look at all the parameters of the organization in question more carefully. Access to the table with the classification of company tickers is free. I kindly ask you to share the link to the video with your friends. Thank you for your repost, as well as other support. We really need it all. So, friends, let's begin. Market capitalization of the company 5 Below Inc. valued at $5.62 billion. And the capitalization of the subcategory is $144 billion. 5 Below Inc. accounts for a share of 3.911%. It is one of the small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $1.58 billion. With a subcategory capitalization of $26 billion. 5 Below Inc. constitutes a share of 6.035%. Comparing the shares of market and book value, we see the following. Share 5 Below Inc. in the subcategory in case of market value assessment is 3.911%. The balance sheet capitalization is 6.035%. This is 54% more than the share of stock market capitalization. Assessment of the company's share of market and balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory. Good, 1 point. The company under study has financial liabilities of $1.838 billion. Debt to book value is 116.3% of the company's equity. Result on the company's debt level, bad, -1 point. The company's stock price to earnings ratio is 19.2. The average in the subcategory is 31.2, which is 38% lower than in the subcategory. Assessment of stock market value to profit ratios in comparison with subcategory companies. Good, 1 point. Profit for the last 12 months was $295 million. Projected earnings for the next 12 months are tentatively expected to be $329 million. Which is 11.4% more than the current figure. Estimation of the expected future profit indicator in comparison with in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's price-to-revenue ratio is 1.5. The subcategory average of 0.9 is 67% higher than the subcategory average. Assessment of the market value to its revenue in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $3,640 million. Forward revenue for the next 12 months is expected to be $4,060. And this is 12% more than at the current moment. An assessment of the estimated future sales volume in comparison with the indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The sales margin is 8.1%, with an average for the subcategory of 2.8%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 5.3%. Assessment of marginality in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's share by number of employees by subcategory is 3.878%, which is 1% less than the share of market capitalization. This fact shows an imbalance in the current market value of the company 5 Below, Inc., rather towards revaluation. The amount of market capital per company employee is $255,000. And for the subcategory it's $253,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 0.8%. Estimation of the volume of market capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The profit per employee is $13,400. With the average for the subcategory, $8,100. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 65%. Estimation of profit per individual employee of the company in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's sales volume per employee is $166,000. By subcategory $295,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 78%. Estimation of revenue per company employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. Shares are short at 7.7%, with a subcategory average of 7.9%. This is an indicator of a possible short squeeze. Technical indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 34% for the company 5 Below Inc. Whereas for the subcategory the RSI level, 14, is 55%. Technically, shares in the subcategory are priced higher than 5 Below Inc. Comparing the price movement of a company's shares 5 Below Inc. and subcategory companies. We see that over the past 12 months the company's shares 5 Below Inc. showed dynamics of -48.7%. Against price changes in the subcategory -1.2%. This clearly does not indicate anything, but we must keep this fact in mind. The overall result is as follows, 2.5 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is 1.1 points. If you look broadly, within the entire US market as a whole, we can note that the average score for the US stock market in the aggregate is 0.3 points. Against the company's score of 2.5 points 5 Below Inc. Let's look at the order table that is available to you, a link to it in the pinned comment. The order table contains all previously made decisions by the help system Guru.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and free, link in the pinned comment. Based on the evaluation of the company's securities 5 Below Inc. Information and reference system for stock valuation Guru.Markets, a decision is made. Do not open a deal due to 5 Below Inc., not the most undervalued company in the subcategory. Thank you all for watching to the end and for using the information and reference system from Guru.Markets. You are the coolest audience.